A weather impact alert for tomorrow as rain is already starting to move in. Now again, don't expect widespread severe weather. Don't expect widespread heavy downpours, but some isolated flooding certainly possible. Exactly where that occurs, impossible to say. We've already started to get in on some light rain, more to come from the west and more that will develop during the day with afternoon heating and the disturbance moving our way. We've already had a few little light sprinkles pass across the metro area, kind of a light steady rainfall from the bayou to the river parishes and even parts of the North Shore this evening. That will continue through the overnight, but we will get some breaks here as well, and then more to come from this next little band. And then again, as I said, we'll have development of more showers or additional showers during the day. At the moment, overcast skies, again some mist out there. 70 degrees right now. Our dew point is 67, humidity at 90%, and still have a bit of a breeze, although the winds haven't been gusting as high as they were earlier in the day. Upper 60s and low 70s on the map right now with dew points in the 60s. I wouldn't even characterize this as a muggy air mass. That is, though, on the way through the weekend when our dew points get into the 70s. A little bit stronger of a wind on the North Shore, but overall the winds have abated from where they were earlier, and still breezy during the day tomorrow. Sustained winds won't be as strong. Our winds gusting won't be quite as strong either, but still overall a breezy afternoon and still breezy for our Sunday. This is the upper disturbance. The upper disturbance. This is that same feature we have been tracking since it was off the coast of Baja California. It is now moving inland or moving into Louisiana, I should say. It's been inland for a while. And this is going to be the triggering mechanism during the day tomorrow for additional rain. The axis of this trough, kind of the center point of the trough itself, won't clear until late tomorrow afternoon, evening. So until then, there will still be enough instability to trigger more rainfall. This is the model I was mentioning at the top of our newscast that had really started downplaying our rain coverage. Now, this is the same model run that was from earlier newscasts, so it still doesn't really paint in much rain during the day at all tomorrow. Our high resolution model was always a little bit more aggressive with the rain, and in its latest run is still indicating more rain development. May not see quite as much during the morning time, but certainly as we get into a little bit more afternoon heating. And what may help us out, if we don't see as much rain early and we see some sunshine, that additional heating would create more instability and possibly develop more of those heavier downpours. Again, not necessarily severe weather, but maybe a better chance for some heavy rain. That's why this Weather Prediction Center is still keeping us under a low-end threat for some street flooding. Overall rainfall total should be generally less than an inch. So for the most part, not an issue. It's going to be those isolated areas that we really need to be on the lookout for. I still forgot to take out that third 0 or O in afternoon. I was really trying to emphasize it'll continue into the afternoon with several rounds of rainfall and a few downpours. Remember, just have the rain gear handy and avoid, if we were to see any flooded roads during the day, have the WWL app handy. This is the upper disturbance we were talking about, the axis of which will be gone by tomorrow evening. Then we're going to be watching a much weaker upper trough, or what we call a shortwave trough, that'll trigger rainfall on Monday. That one, though, will bring with it a risk of severe weather, especially just to our north. As the front starts sinking south, however, we could be placed under a slight risk of severe weather. That would be a level 2 out of 5 for Monday morning. This is the Euro timing of this cold front. We start to get into the rainfall before daybreak, more so probably for the morning commute. Again, timing will likely change and can always change, and then continuing until maybe just after the noon hour. This, though, with the front, will bring in some slightly less humid air, so it'll be a more comfortable feel for Tuesday, which is April 1st. Muggies come right back in by Wednesday and are with us through the end of the week. So our main concern tomorrow, isolated downpours, maybe more of a severe threat for Monday morning.